talking to Jake about the bottom of the order and just how big they were tonight. Twice they came up and loaded the bases with no outs. Having guys like that at the bottom of the order that have been so consistent, what does that do for your lineup, especially when you've been so good at the top?
Yeah, it gives us a lot of depth, and it's just to grind it out at bats. The at bats are 5 or 6 pitches long. They were like that last weekend at Texas A&M too. Gunner and Marshall, they've just been giving us a lot of really good at bats there. And then when you add that into the lineup, you're walking up there and Jake Mangum has guys on base. That's a good thing for us.
Jake came up tonight and got the game-tying hit. I think he was 0 for 3 before he got the game-tying hit. I know you haven't seen his whole career, but it seems like he always does something against this team. Do you guys just kind of expect it against Ole Miss? What does he kind of do in that situation?
Well, I've heard that about him, so you kind of feel that. But I've only been here for a little bit of time. But he's been pretty good in the 3 games that we played him. But I always expect it with Jake, if we're playing Ole Miss or whoever. He seems to get a lot of big hits.
The play by Justin there to take that extra base, is that something that y'all coach or just something that just a ball player makes?
That was just a ball player play. That's savvy. He just made that play, and I thought that the play he made on the relay was, I think that may have been ball game in some ways, because that was a real change of that inning right there, and they had some momentum.
For Marshall to get on base 4 times without him swinging the bat, how huge was that at the bottom of the order?
It was huge, and I actually gave him the shirt. I didn't even realize that as the game was going on. He was just out there. I thought he played unbelievable defense there for us. Play at the end of the game, but we're pushing him all over the infield. 3 weeks ago, he was a catcher, so we've been able to put him out there, and he's made some really big plays, and it's really kind of helped our defense.
Kobe White and Cole Gordon the last couple of experiences have been really, really impressive, especially White seems to have developed a little bit more of an off-speed. How important are they going to be for you down the stretch? Do you feel like that's your setup closer the rest of the way?
It's part of it. I mean, we got Leaves too, and we got Barlow. Kind of getting it. Tristan came in and gave us a good a bat or two. But I do think those 2 guys are really good for us, and it kind of gives us 2 closers. And Colby can throw multiple nights on a weekend, so it gives us some flexibility because a lot of times it's about matchup.
How much does that 6-run 7th inning have to do with losing the voice?
Nothing. I woke up this morning with a cold, so I wish that I didn't get much sleep last night, and then turned around. I went and saw my daughter's graduation today, and then flew back, and I got here about 30 minutes before game time. So it's been a long day.
What's it like watching that 6-run inning, though?
It's fun. It's fun. Well, I thought the Rowdy Jordan swing was the separator for us in that ball game. Just some really big. Tanner's hit and Rowdy's hit was huge for us.
Does luck count a game like this, or was it heads up again by Foscue also to draw that collision, which got you out of the first inning?
That's just a freaky play, I think. I mean, you got to give the guy the right away, and Voss was going right through it. So tough first inning. I thought JT did a great job of fighting through it. Because we talk about it all the time. Sometimes when you play a great pitcher, the best time to get him is in the first. And if you don't get him in the first, he settles down. And JT, after we get the play, he settled down and gave us a chance to win.